All right, welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the channel. Let's make sure that we get this volume right. I don't see this on my page yet. What's good, man? Let me know if you guys can hear me. What's going on, Brothers UK? Dre's Finest in the building. What's going on, Unspoken Voices Inside Media? Railroad for Life 79 Boxing. What's going on? Adrian Vent in the building. What's going on, man? My internet is going to be crazy slow today. Because literally, dude, I can't even tell you how slow this shit's running. What's going on? All right, cool. So we here, man. So we're gonna get into this. Let me look over here so I can see like the comments. All righty, people coming into the building. What's going on, man? Brothers UK, Dre's fine. Let me actually move this mug ahead. Hold on one second. Sorry. Into the building. I'm gonna keep it on this. All right, man. My man Dre's Finest. What's going on? Black Alpha in the building. Unspoken Voices. What's good with you, man? Land of the 216. Adrian Vent. Macedon 1. Ottoman Empire. What's going on, man? Chris Ray said, don't forget to hit that like button. Yeah, man. Hit the like button, man. And help with the algorithms. The Busheed. Ratchet since 91. What's going on, man? Love it or hate it TV. Say you early today. No, I'm not. This is my time. Hate it or love it TV. My time is 8 a.m. I've changed my time. So you guys let the word be known, dog. Please share with people that I changed my time, man. So people will, because this is it. This is no more 11:30. This is it. Mr. Mont in that super chat, man. Mr. Mont, much love in that super chat, sir. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Southern T Boxing in that super chat say, what it do, OG? Oh, man, it do it, man. It do it. We having a good time today. We're going to set the record straight, dog. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder is the lineal champion, dog. Tyson Fury is Deontay Wilder is the lineal champion. There is a rule. There is a way to handle Tyson Fury's cheating. And I just realized that the way that you handle Tyson Fury's cheating is you take away that bullshit ass lineal title from him because he cheated in both of those fucking fights. And when you get caught cheating, you lose. And since the lineal championship is about eliminating all the nonsense with the sanctioning bodies, it's about the people, then the lineal champion is chosen by the people. And since you got caught, Unspoken Voices in Boxing Media said I'm a woman. Hey, all right, my lady. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry for making that assumption. But dude is like everybody now. Man, but thank you so much. Hey, I will definitely remember that. Unspoken Voices inside the media. And my man, Mr. Mont 299 said, you going to Spence Garcia? I am about to buy my ticket today. The only thing is that I'm just wondering, dog, because of some family stuff, whether or not I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? So there's that thing. But I'm more than likely gonna buy my ticket today. What's going on, Snacks B in the building? What's good, man? Mr. Ma, okay, I got that. Thank you so much. Oh man, I can see this. Mr. Ma said, you going to Spence Garcia? Yes, sir. I think I am. Spence called out Canelo. Dude, Spence has definitely been saying that. But Sam Ortiz, let me get on the subject matter today, man. He said, well said, Fannon, I agree. Deontay is the lineal. Yeah, Deontay Wilder has to be the lineal. Because if you get caught cheating in the public eye, then the public can tell whether or not you won that fight. So let's ask a question. In the second Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight, do you believe, hey, no problems, Unspoken Voices in inside media? Hey, and if you want to, let me know if you ever want to come on the channel. You should know how to get in contact with me on my Instagram. Hey, if you want to talk that boxing, come on, let's talk that boxing. We always looking to let ladies get an easier way than the men around this joint. We'll make sure you get your subscribers and you get your voice out there, dog. We got a lot of hard legs talking boxing, man. We need more boxing babes and what's the name? Raging Babe, the promoter. We need more of that, man. Because that way we can have more really good women fighting, man. Women's fighting is just because the men don't believe in it, it doesn't get the spotlight that it should, man. So I really think that's important, man. Fahim said, Fannon, did you see in the video JD's dropping a small bag of white substance during the fight? I mean, I saw people pointing that out to me, but I don't know what that means. I mean, he dropped a bag of what? He had some of that candy in his nose, in his pocket or something, and it slipped out of his hand. That could happen. You know what I mean? But I don't. Yeah, I checked it, man. As Sam Ortiz said, yes, we need women in boxing, insiders and boxing. Yeah, because absolutely we do. We need way more, man. We need Ann Wolf back. We need Layla Ali talking about boxing. You know what I mean? She said you've inspired a lot of people to start their own boxing channels. Respect. Hey, man, I think that, man. You should just put the work in, man. We can continue to grow this. We can continue to grow this. But look, I want to. Fannon, isn't it funny that Andre Ward is quiet now? No, it's good that he's quiet now. It's good that he's quiet now. No, it's good. Stop overextending yourself for them people, man. Fuck that, Andre. You don't have to give them motherfuckers that shit. Okay, there's a dog you don't have to give them people that shit, man. You ain't got to be saying that shit that these people want you to say. Fuck all that, dog. You know what I mean? You're gonna eat. You're gonna eat. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like, for Tim Bradley and these guys, like, all y'all, man, y'all gonna eat. You know what I mean? You may not get the big job but anyway, I'm not gonna get on them. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about because I have a limited time now, so I gotta really make sure that I get into it quick. And also, will you guys please show up on time? Like, I know I can't like demand you guys show up at 8 o'clock, but for real, my show ends at 8:30. My show ends at 9:30 Central Standard Time on the dot, because that's when 78 Sports TV goes on. This is a lead-in show. We are back to the original schedule, which is that I'm a lead-in show for 78. So even though we may have 600-700 people in the chat, it's still a lead-in for 78, who's probably going to have 900 people in his chat. So it's really important, if you're in the LDBC, for you guys to come to the chats on time, and man, just give the thumbs up so we can get it cooking real quick. So I'll get to only questions I can really answer, super chat questions too, because I only got an hour and a half. So I got to cook, man. I got to roll. So if you got a super chat question, hit me with the super chat question. But other than that, and if you don't have see how my wrenches ain't here? Like, man, all my members and wrenches ain't really here. And that makes me sad, because you guys are so used to the 11:30 time frame. But that's all right, man. So anyway, let's get to this, man. Hey, Shamzilla says, sorry, bro, I'm from the Philippines. That's what's up, Shamzilla. I haven't seen you in a minute. But let's get to it. Let's cook. So see, people ask this question, right? They're like, well, what difference does it make that Tyson Fury has been caught cheating if nobody does anything to him, right? Fatal Hawk 919. This is how you get one, dog, like this. Don't mess up, Fatal Hawk 91. Boom, you're a moderator. I know you. That was a good time. Nobody would fake being you but you. So there you go, Fatal Hawk 91. You got a wrench. Please don't fuck up, because cats will snatch your shit quick and block you. Because we need more. We definitely need wrenches, because we get a lot of people come through it. But look, so people ask me, right? What's going on, Smooth Groove Boxing? People are always saying, like, what difference does it make if nothing happens to Tyson Fury, right? The WBC is not going to punish him. The Nevada State Athletic Commission is not going to do anything. He's more than likely, he's not going to go to court and get this guy sued. He's not going to get any type of anything back from that. So that's why a lot of people say, the dude says, everybody's like, well, why don't you just leave it alone? I don't like how you're going about it, because they're not going to change. It's not going to change the outcome. But I'm like, hold on, man. It can change the outcome of that Lineal shit, because Lineal is public opinion, right? Really, and that's what he said he was. So since he walked into the ring with Deontay Wilder with the Lineal championship, dog, he may get the WBC championship, but he lost that Lineal. He lost that Lineal because everybody knows he cheated. Once everybody knows you cheated, you lose the Lineal. Now, if somebody wants to tell me, if you can blatantly cheat somebody and it is the man that beat the man, not the sanctioning bodies, but everybody watching, and the man that was in the ring said the guy cheats, the guy that was in the ring never denied he cheated, and everybody thinks the guy cheated, then why would he stay the Lineal champion? Right? See, hoisted by your own petard, aren't you? Because you said that it's the man that beats the man. Well, guess what? If the man cheated the man, then the man gets disqualified. And if a man gets disqualified, the man's no longer the champ. The man that he cheated becomes the champ. And that's what you see. That's really what you see with Deontay Wilder. You see a lot of people standing behind him saying, nah, dude, this dude cheated. That's cheating. You cheated. You cheated. You cheated. Fucking stop it. You cheated. Okay? And everybody knows you cheated. So, dog, the one thing that you brought in with you that was pretty much just people's opinion, you lose, dog. You're no longer the lineal champion, dog. Wait, Weedy Guitar Studio, what's going on, man? In Miami in the building. Shamzilla said, I really need this question answered. Where are Fury's gloves now? Dog, they're probably in his house or something. But we don't need them because we already know what's up. We already see the pictures. See, this loses the lineal championship for him. And you know y'all hate when I show you this. But it doesn't matter. I'm still going to show you. Because you lose the lineal championship right here. You lose the lineal championship with that right there. Soon as you see this dude's fist in the glove, this is for the lineal championship. We all know that's a loaded glove. We all know that's a loaded glove. You lose the lineal championship right there. How can I point to this? Over there. Yeah, right there. You lose the lineal championship, dog. Right there. Because you cheated. And that's what it's about. The lineal championship is supposed to be about eliminating all the nonsense and the back and forth crookedness of the WBC, the WBA, the WBO. Sometimes when Daryl Peoples wasn't involved, the IBF, actually the IBF, don't put the IBF in there with the rest of these clowns right now because they are the only ones that are really saving the reputation of these sanctioning bodies and the way that the IBF is handling their business. But the rest of these dudes, get out of here. Yeah, everybody keeps saying I saw the video with JD's, dog. I'm not going to get that shit could have been talcum. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't have to go any further than this dude cheating. Like, I'm not going to I don't want to shift here and there. Because this is what I believe, dog, dollar bills. And I'm not going to say that you're doing this. However, I am going to say this, all right, after I get these super chats. My man, Corey McGowan, that super chat, man. Much love in that super chat. Thank you very much, man. And my man, Mr. Moke. I got my man, Mr. Mont. That's what's up. Cool. So, yes, exactly. Bomb Squad. A champion would fight for his character. Tyson Fury never denied it. Exactly. And see, there's the thing. This is why Deontay Wilder should be considered, and I consider him the lineal champion. Because Deontay Wilder, in a man against man situation, Deontay Wilder challenged him to a fight. These guys agreed to take the fight, right? They agreed to take the fight because they agreed to a rematch ahead of time. When the lineal champion gets caught cheating and then then walks away from a rematch, he gives up that belt, sit it down on the table, dog. You just lost it. You lost it because you didn't man up, because that's what the lineal championship's supposed to be about. But it's amazing how the press forget that this guy said he was the lineal champion. And I said the whole time, fuck the lineal championship, because really, Vladimir Klitschko was never really the lineal champion. But you guys all ignored me. And when we thought he beat Deontay Wilder's fair and square, we thought the lineal championship went with him, right? But he didn't beat him fair and square. He didn't man on man beat that man. That man got funny ass gloves. The man was wrenching his neck, doing all kind of other shit up in there that was not boxing. And that, if there is some belt that is supposed to represent the purity of boxing, that's what the lineal championship is supposed to be. But he gave it up when he cheated, and he got caught cheating by the other guy and then never denied it. But now he's the WBC champion, right? Now he's the WBC champion. My God, y'all make excuses. Man ain't cheat. Man, shut the fuck up, Brooklyn lame. Brooklyn lame. We throw you up out of here, right? We remove, we hide you. Now, we don't time them. We hide them now. Hide them out. Throw them out. Throw them out. I can see y'all now in the comment section. Believe it. I can see you. Now I'm going to throw you out as soon as I see you. Okay? Because now I was over there on StreamYard like, let me read the comments on StreamYard. Nope. Now I'm going to blast you myself. Critical Thinker says, I am from the UK and Fury needs to be permanently banned from boxing. Absolutely, he needs to be permanently banned from boxing. There's no question that he needs to be permanently banned from boxing. There's no doubt that he needs to get permanently banned from boxing because he got in there with gloves with no padding on them. So why wouldn't he be the lineal champion? So, and the other thing is, Terrence Crawford, Deontay, Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. is going to be the number one pound for pound fighter in the world if he beats Danny Garcia. Because then I listened to what Derek James had to say about Terrence Crawford's career, man. Oh, Dollar Bill said, I just saw a video of Tyson Fury in UFC gloves. Two for what though? Oh, for what though? I mean, dog. Isham Pomerly said, how can I contact you about some important info boxing fans need to hear? I haven't seen anyone talking about regarding the Brook versus Crawford fight. The Crawford versus Brook fight, just Instagram. Sign up for the Instagram and send anything like that to the Instagram because I respond on my DMs to Instagrams. Unless you guys, but you will get thrown out of my Instagram really quick and thrown up out of the channel too. Okay, that's just how it is. I'm not going to be highly tolerant of dumb shit in a DM, you know? So, and here's the thing, man. Some people get sensitive about how quick I throw people away. Like I'll block you or whatever. Look, man, you're encroaching on my life. Okay, like I'm doing this. I'm a real person. So if you come to me and you are like trying to insult me or add a lot of fucking stress to my life, dog, I'm not going to let you do that. I'm going to throw you away. So if you get like 4 or 5 back and forth and we're like into a nice discussion and you think I'm going to keep responding to you, dude, you're going to come back to like the 3rd or 4th response. The whole conversation is going to be gone and you're going to be blocked. Okay, I'm not asking you. I'm not letting you come in to talk to me personally for you to disrespect my space. Okay, you come in my space, respect my space. If I go into your space, I would respect your space. So, and I'm not saying that to you, Isham. I just get a lot of people asking me why I throw people out so quick. Y'all, because you're coming to me. Okay, you chose to click this button. It's up there. You chose to click it. I didn't make you click it. So anyway, permanent ban from US and UK, and the UK. Dude, I think he's already banned. What do they call it? Shadow banned in the UK. Trolls have no voice, dog. Trolls have zero voice around these parts, dog. Believe it. Zero. Zero voice. Come politely or get out. So anyway, why does ESPN talk about Wilder making costume excuse but refuse to cover Glovegate? Because that's because Tyson Fury is a ESPN fighter. No PBC fighter can be number one. Why'd you block him for that? That's true. No PBC fighter can be number one pound for pound. I don't believe that they can be it. Okay, Derek James. Well, I got a video coming up about it. Plug for my videos, okay, man? Watch the videos. Share. Oh, dude, if you guys watch my videos, would you guys mind sharing them with like 2 people? Because like the information that I'm putting in them is really information that is like teaching you something, even though the title says something, but in the video, you're going to learn something. If any of you guys watch my videos that really like my videos, because you guys have been saying some really nice things, but I can see that people don't share the video because you have a little statistic that says like referrals, and I get like almost no referrals. So that means that like the way that people get introduced to the channel is through the recommendations and through the subscription, but they're not really getting that through like you go out and telling them, nah, this guy's shit is the shit. You know what I mean? Like, nah, his shit is the shit. And if you tell a bunch of people that our conversations are good and our videos are good, dog, we can change boxing because they have to listen. Like you guys are listening. And it's just going to get louder, man, and they're going to have to fix something. You know what I mean? They're going to have to fix it. Say you give too much game for free. You know niggas greedy. Hey, man, don't be greedy. Because, dog, for real, if cats don't, hey, it is what it is. How you funny. I'm listening because, what did you say, Kenneth M? Kenneth M, it was almost like, Kenneth M, it was almost like you never existed. Because I saw a message that got blocked, and then I deleted it. And then I blocked you. So it was like, boop, boop, pop, and you was gone. Right there. So I'll tell you, what did Derrick James say? Derrick James said, dude, two of the funniest things that I've heard in a long time was Gary Russell Jr. calling Devin Haney a professional amateur. And Derrick James telling Terrence Crawford that his resume makes him look like a prospect. Dog, Derrick James, look. That was the first Fannon. That was the first that got rid. Nay, seriously. For real. Hey, man, fuck the likes. I don't care about the likes, man. People be buying likes. I don't give a shit about them likes. Thumb down the video, dog. Thumb down the video. Nah, for real. Hell yeah, I blocked this motherfucker before he even showed up. It's like, I like this screen better because it's like I'm back. Like, I can see you, I can lift you, I can spin you around and drop you, and don't nobody even see what you said. I forgot that I have that distinct power up in this mug. However, let's get back to what Derrick James said, which was fucking hilarious. Derrick was like, if you look at Terrence Crawford's resume, it's the weakest. It's the weakest resume of everybody, of all the top guys at welterweight. That's what Derrick James said. And that shit was hilarious. Ready Reg in that super chat 911. My man, thank you so much, man. So Soar Power said, peace to you, sir, Fannon. Hey, man, peace to you. Peace and blessings be upon thee. Oh, my God, man. So, but he speaks facts. Hey, dude, look what he said. Look what he said about the prospect thing. He was like, look, and I know he didn't intend to be funny. Like, I don't think he intended to be funny. But, dog, that shit was funny. When he said, he's like, yeah, if you look like, they take your fighter, right? And in order to get a fighter to be a champion, you have to, you know, a guy invests a lot of money in him. Thank you so much, Ready Reg 911. Thank you, man. He said, you know, you got to invest in the fighter, right? So, you know, you build the fighter, then you put him in a bunch of fights that help develop the fighter and get him ready so that, you know, eventually, you know, you can, you know, he can be a champion later down in the road, right? He said, but dude, he's like, Bud is stuck in that prospect mode. It's like, dude, he's fighting one guy after another guy that you know he's going to beat. And it's almost like they're still treating him like a prospect. Like, he's a champion, but he's got a prospect's resume. He's like, I never heard of fucking Victor Postal before. He's like, who? They told us Victor Postal was a good fighter, but I ain't never see. I mean, I don't know who he was. He was like, Ndungo, they told us he was a good fighter, but the fuck is Ndungo? You know what I mean? So, dude, it was just like real hilarious, man, how he was, not how he like because the way that he did it highlights the fact that all of these guys have belts, but just because they have a belt doesn't necessarily mean they're the best fighter, right? So, like, even Jeff Horn, dude, Jeff Horn is kind of like a prospect fight for a guy like Terrence Crawford, because, like, Jaron Ennis could fight Jeff Horn right now. Like, you could have given, like, the Jeff Horn that beat Manny Pacquiao, you could give that Jeff Horn to Jaron Ennis, and Jaron Ennis would mop that dude, mop him, and it would be a perfect fight to develop Jaron Ennis, right? And then if you look at Amir Khan, dude, matter of fact, just use the last 5 fights for Terrence Crawford and put Jaron Ennis' name next to all the fighters. And you tell me that does not look like a very good way to build Jaron Ennis. It is. It's a perfect way to build him. It's not real fucking fights, but it would be like, yeah, let's put him in there. Yeah, how are we going to build? Hey, man, much love in that super chat. Jorge Sear. I'm not sure if that's how to pronounce the last name, but Jorge Sear, man. Thanks for all the videos, man. Thank you so much. Jason Hilton said, Fannon and Don, how you doing, homie? Salute. Oh, I'm doing really, really well. Critical Thinker, Postal was 28-0. Yeah, he was 28-0. What about him? What about him? What about him being 28-0? What about him? Want me to tell you somebody else that's 28-0? Let's go find some other people that are 28-0. You know, when they ain't fought nobody. He was 28. Who did you say was 28? Postal. Man, get the fuck out of here. Who did Postal? Man, Postal's lost to everybody, man. Postal's lost to Postal's lost. The only dude Postal ever beat was who? Lucas Matisse. He beat Lucas Matisse after, I do believe, Lucas Matisse, after Danny Garcia already beat the shit out of Lucas Matisse. Then Postal beats a guy, in my opinion, you need to be looking at his gloves. Like, somebody please go back and look at what's his name again? Lucas Matisse's gloves. I promise you gonna find some submitting them bitches because he ain't that good a fighter, dog. He ain't that good a fighter. And that's how Postal's name got big, because of him. But dog, he already got his ass whooped by Danny Garcia. And Victor Postal has lost to, who else has he lost to now? They fed him to Josh Taylor. And who did they just feed Victor Postal to again? I think, or did they give him somebody so they can build his name up? Man, get out of here with Victor Postal. You know what Victor Postal is now, dog. Victor Postal was not some guy. He was some guy that HBO was hyping up, dude. That's what he is. He's a hyped up Eastern European Ukrainian fighter. There you go. He was the first overhyped Ukrainian fighter. Josh Taylor, Terrence Crawford, Josh Taylor, and then Jose Ramirez, right? And he fought nobody in between. The fight before Terrence Crawford was Lucas Matisse. That's the only fucking fight that dude had, dog. Matter of fact, that's where did he even get his fucking title? That's where he got his fucking title. Fighting for a vacant WBC title. And who vacated this title? Probably vacated by Danny Garcia. Man, get the fuck out of here. Exactly. That's what I thought. He's a guy that Danny Garcia beat. Danny Garcia knocked out, or they didn't knock him out. He beat the shit out of Lucas Matisse. Then Postal fought Lucas Matisse for a vacant belt after Danny Garcia went up in weight. And then, so that's Victor Postal. And Victor Postal ain't never beat nobody except for a Lucas Matisse coming off of a loss to Danny Garcia. And that's the great Lucas Matisse. I mean, that's the great Victor Postal. And then he lost every other big fight he had. Man, no. That is a guy, that is somebody that they knew. And more importantly, you can say, okay, Victor Postal was a good fighter. But do you believe that if any way, shape, or form, dog, that is a guy that Terrence Crawford was not going to mug? He's a straightforward fighter, no footwork, no movement. But I do believe he went the distance with him, though. Let's see this. Yes, he did. That's the last time he went the distance. Oh, no, he went the... Yeah, I think that's the last time Terrence Crawford went the distance. Was against Victor Postal. Yep, went on a knockout streak right after Victor Postal. Yeah, dog. He has a very good point, okay? He has a very, very good point that's a prospect type shit. And it's the WBO belt, which doesn't help his argument. Because the WBO belt is whatever Bob Belt orders anyway. It's the wackest of all the belts, man. Except for maybe now the WBC. The WBO is the sorriest fucking belt that you can get in boxing, with the exception of the franchise championships of the WBC. Up until recently, it was the wackest, raggedy ass belt you can get. Like, what did Keith Thurman call it? The WB No? Called it the WB No. Steve J said he's a decent fighter, still a mismatch, though, has zero footwork. It's pretty much, dog. Pretty much. That man said the IBO, Terry Schmoo said, and he ain't even joking this time, that the IBO is better than the WBO. That's what that means for you uneducated lot of UK dumbasses that come around here trying to, not UK dumbasses, I'm sorry. These are just you pissed off Keith Thurman fans that act like y'all. Nah, some of y'all really do like Terrence Crawford, but the problem is he just don't give you. Fannon, did you hear Bomac interview from the boxing source? No, I have not. I have not, man. Somebody can send me that, dog. Yeah, right now I think the IBF is the best sanctioning body. They even hold people's weight down. They even make sure people stay on their weight. Man, let me go over here, man. I'm fucking bugging. I'm in the mood to slap people and I can't even see it. How is a purse split not about money? That literally makes no sense. Oh, purse split is definitely about money. That is definitely it. Hey, critical thinker, dog, you're going to lose this argument, homie. Okay? I don't give a fuck. Okay? Thomas Delorme, whoop-de-fucking do. Okay? Yuriokis Gamboa, whoop-de-fucking do. Benavidez, fucking who cares? Klimov, who fuck cares? Like, dude, are you, man, look, you critical thinker. Think about the titles that you're putting up there, dude. All right? Nobody's saying that Terrence Crawford's not a good fighter. And these guys are definitely fighters that if some normal person gets in the ring with, they're going to get their ass whooped. But Thomas Delorme is not Sean Porter, okay? Sean Porter is better than everybody on this fucking list. Mikey Garcia is better than everybody on this list. The original Kell Brook was better than everybody on this list. Not the shot Kell Brook that can't take a punch, which is something else Derek James said. Derek James said, man, this guy was shot. He's like, look, Terrence, what did he say? He said that Kell Brook was looking good. Like everybody can look good when you're hitting the pads. He said everybody looks good hitting the pads. Bop, 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 bop. Right? Everybody looks good hitting the pads. But the problem is when somebody hits you back. And so he was talking about what happened in the fight with Terrence Crawford and Kell Brook. And he was like, dude, Kell Brook can't take a punch anymore. And you saw the dude jump between the fucking ropes when he got hit. He got hit. He didn't get knocked down. He stumbled to the ropes and then stuck his head up underneath the ropes to make sure that Bud could not hit him because his eyes were outside of it. Kell Brook looked like he was scared to death to get his eye socket broken. And he should be, because the dude could die from that. So I don't know how willingness. Let me put it this way. I think it's fair for Derek James to say, maybe the dude was shot and they knew it going into the fight. But Bud said it also. So what I'm saying is that's not a bad fight, right? None of these fights that you're naming, critical thinker, are bad fights. However, they are fights for prospects. Thomas Delorme is the level of a fighter that you put a prospect in there when he wants to become a contender. That's what you do with a guy like that. Gamboa was a 126-pound fighter that already got beat by Mikey Garcia. Didn't Mikey Garcia? Hold on, let me see. I could have sworn, but I could be wrong. Let me make sure. I need to make sure before I say this. Glad we got Box Rec open. Where does dude at? Where is this? Oh, here you go. Let me make sure. Yeah. I was about to fuck that up, I do believe. Yeah. I was definitely about to mess that up. Yeah, I'm glad that I caught myself. All right, cool. So that wasn't correct. I'm glad I didn't let that out. Because I wanted to make sure for a second. I was like, man, didn't this dude fight Mikey? Don't he and Mikey Garcia have common opponents? Is there a common opponent between? The common opponent is Vasily Lomachenko and Mikey Garcia with Orlando Salido. That's where I started. That's where I almost started going. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's where I almost went going. Yeah. That's almost where I went. I was like, did that? Nah, they didn't fight. Yeah, I was thinking Orlando Salido. Please excuse me. I was thinking Orlando Salido. Oh, Sika said Mikey ducked Gamboa when he was 126. Yeah, but yeah, I know. So there you go. Thank you very much. So Mikey Garcia is but you get my point, dog. Terrence Crawford is a guy that's fighting in 147, man. That's a 126 pounder. Again, all you have to do to look at the point, to see for my point, CMB said, CMB 22, Lee said Gamboa was Crawford's best win, and he was moving up. It is. Real life lessons. You love hating on Crawford. No, I do not. I actually never hate on Crawford. I think that's right. Bud is hating on Bud. Dog, don't put, hey, I did not make this guy go back in history, dog. Okay? I can't go back in history, dog, and change what this man did. It's not on me. It's not on me. Hey, good morning, Fannon. Great breakdowns on all these topics. Me and a bunch of my friends are listening, and they started following your channel. Great work, Fannon. Thank you so much. Native Black Faculty Boxing. And also, the thing that I would really like, the reason I say if you guys would share the video is because it's the Neely Fuller Jr. stuff. It really is. It's the Neely Fuller Jr. stuff that I think makes it shareable, and which makes it so just you can't really, it's really tough to fuck with logic. You know what I mean? Pure logic. Even if you get it wrong, even if you may be off, and you know the end result isn't what you think it would be, dude, you're gonna always get a lot closer with pure logic than you would off what these people are trying to sell people, man. But thank you so much, man. Hey, look, critical thinker, you've had enough time, okay? Bomac, they ain't no Bud again. Man, please. Gene Du. Why is Gamboa his best win? Jeff Horn won because Manny Pacquiao is fucking 40 years old. Okay? Because Manny Pacquiao is 41 years old. And get the fuck out of here. Okay? And Jeff Horn ain't that good. Look, you guys have got to at some point in time look at guys in the ring, okay? You got to some point in time look at guys in the ring and look at how they fight, man. Sometimes you got to do that and stop being so fucking, I'm not going to, look, you can keep looking at statistics and all that shit and title belts. That's the bullshit that this media puts on people to try to convince them that this guy is a good fighter. They make up a bunch of fucking belts, NABF, NAAA, NAZY, the silver belt, the gold belt, the diamond belt, the ugly belt, the pretty belt, the stanky belt, all of that shit, so that everybody got a belt. Dog, I don't mean any disrespect to Rolly Romero, but Rolly Romero is a champion. Okay? Don't fucking tell me if what's Rolly Romero, 135 pounder? Do not fucking tell me if Tank knocks the fuck out of Rolly Romero that means he beat another world champion. So put all that bullshit to the side, okay? We know boxing around here. Those dudes ain't that good, okay? They're not that good. Vasily Lomachenko was not the greatest fighter since the young Ali. Horse shit. He lost to Orlando Salido. If he was that damn good, he would have won the fucking fight. The fuck out of here. If he was that good, he would have done like a young Muhammad Ali did when he got knocked down by Bob Foster, but the guy from Henry Cooper. When he got knocked down by Henry Cooper, he hopped his ass back up and knocked Henry Cooper the fuck out. Okay? That's what he did when he was a young and up-and-coming fighter. He saw adversity and he overcame the adversity. When he was beaten, first of all, when he was too green to fight Sonny Liston, they put him in there early. Yeah, let me get him now because when he gets a couple years older, we're not going to be able to handle him. That's what happened with Ali. Ali wanted Sonny Liston, and they were like, yeah, make the fight now. Because if he gets to be 26, you're going to get murdered, okay? He's only 22. So maybe the young kid, he's tall, he's long. We can just, if it gets tight, just put some Vaseline on, put some of this shit on your glove, wipe it on his eyes. He won't be able to move anymore. You'll knock him out. But then what happened with Muhammad Ali? He overcame that. And he was like, I'm whooping your ass, whooping your ass. Oh, shit. Run around, fight you blind for a round. He fought the man blind for a round. He couldn't see like this. But today, you know what you would say about Muhammad Ali's eyes blinking? Oh, what an excuse. What an excuse. Oh, it's an excuse that you're making for why he lost. There was nothing in his eyes. That was just sweat. But no, what did Ali do? He was like, oh, can't touch me. I'm too fucking good. I don't even need to see to whoop your ass. Let me just stick my hand out here and beat the shit out you. Let me just move. And he overcame that. Then what happened to Vasily Lomachenko? He lost. And guess what? He lost when he was 26. Or excuse me, was he 26 or 25? He lost to Orlando Salido when he was 26. That shit happened to Ali when he was 22 after one Olympics. He didn't have to go to a second Olympics. He's like, give me this dude before he would have been old enough for the other Olympics. But no, not Vasily. But then, boom. This is the greatest guy since sliced bread. The reason look, the truth of the matter is Terrence Crawford is only around at Top Rank because they can't find somebody to beat him. If they had somebody that could beat him, they would have fed his ass to him a long time ago. He's just too good and they don't have nobody. But when he gets old enough and they think they got somebody, they're going to feed him because they're going to keep that value to themselves. There's values in boxers. And I try to tell y'all this all the time. There was a study, there is out of the University of Chicago, and I think it's the University of Chicago School of Law. They put out a paper about boxing contracts. And they talked about how promoters frame boxing contracts. And the most important thing for the promoter is not to get one fight, but to get 8 or 9 fights. And it's important not to pay the fighter too much or the fighter might stop working out. So it's the model. And who do you think uses this? Bob Arum. Who the fuck else would commission that type of study from a major university to talk about the economics of a boxing contract and how you need to make sure that you do not pay people too much money? And they call it the Buster Douglas syndrome because Buster Douglas got paid too much money for his fight against Mike Tyson. And since he had all that money, he got sloppy, he got lazy, and he didn't want to work hard anymore because he was a multimillionaire. But he lost to Evander Holyfield. And they said from a boxing economic standpoint, said the reason that happened was because you paid the fighter too much money. Look at Errol Spence Jr. and what Errol Spence Jr. has admitted about himself. He admitted this is the same scenario, but without the promoter. Errol Spence said that over the last several fights, he had so much money, right, that pretty much he made it. He lost his hunger. When he was fighting to be a champion, he was working out every day, maybe take a week off in between fights, but then he was back at it, right? And he's killing people. But then as he becomes a champion, he becomes more wealthy. People want to talk to him. People want to deal with him. Rappers want to know him. People are asking for autographs and the like. What happens? He stops training as hard, right? Just because that's life. But that's something that is built into the boxing contracts because they know that is something real. So Bob Arum wants to keep Terrence Crawford hungry. If they paid Terrence Crawford what Terrence Crawford was worth, Terrence Crawford might retire. Vasily Lomachenko, you will probably never see Vasily. You may never see Vasily Lomachenko again. All that money he's made and the fact that he's got it over there in the Ukraine, come on, man. So don't tell me that this stuff is make-believe. It's not make-believe. It's not make-believe. The contract, the fact that Terrence Crawford, dude, how many fights has Bob Arum gotten out of Terrence Crawford without him fighting nobody? Let's just do the math, okay? And see. Terrence Crawford Terrence Crawford as a champion, we're not going to go as a prospect, but as a champion. How many championship fights has he gotten out of him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 championship fights. I told you the plan with motherfuckers is about 10 or 12. Bob Arum has extracted all kind of fucking value out of Terrence Crawford, dog, and he still ain't trying to let him go. The same guy, Bob Arum, was like, when you ask, listen to how Bob Arum lied. Bob Arum said not 6 months ago, when asked about is Terrence Crawford getting out of his contract, he said, Terrence Crawford is going to be under contract with me until I'm dead. I will be dead before he gets out of his contract. That's what Bob Arum said. It wasn't 6 months ago he said that. But now all of a sudden, he has no value, but he's not willing to get rid of him. He's just losing. Dude, I try to tell y'all, it's the grand negotiation. Bob Arum is negotiating. Terrence Crawford's agreement is only one agreement amongst probably 300 that Bob Arum has, right? For between the fighters, between the networks, between different, I don't know, co-promotional deals that he's got. Who knows how many different agreements that he has? Do you know how many agreements Terrence Crawford has that matters in his life? Financially, how many agreements he has? 3 maybe. 3 maybe. 3 that I know of. One is with his trainer. The trainers. So he's got, add that. He's got 3 with his trainers. He's got 1 with Top Rank. And he's got 1 with whoever his manager is. But I think his manager is Bomac. Bob Arum is thinking about him as being a piece of the puzzle of the rest of his organizations. He's just one piece. So for the idea that his whole net worth, dog, Terrence Crawford is a cost center. I do believe he is a cost center in that they dump all the costs on him. You know what I mean? But get the fuck up out of here, dog. They're making a bunch of money on all those other guys that don't nobody give a fuck about. And then they act like it's the money. Watch this. If I say I get $5 million, right? And $4 million of it has to go to Errol Spence, to Terrence Crawford, right? And then the rest of the millions get divided by 4 other fighters. 250,000, 250,000, 250,000, 250,000, right? 4 250,000 guys turn into $1 million, plus a $4 million guy that is, right? So watch this. If you look at the Terrence Crawford fight with Kell Brook, and you see that the sanction that the Top Rank's budget was $3,500,000 on the budget, right? And they paid Bud for. How much would they, what would that say to you? That would say that Top Rank lost $100,000, or lost $500,000, right? And then they give that to you, right? And they're like, see, I lost money. But they don't tell you that ESPN gave 4 other cards and they paid them their budget spots on, they say was $250,000, but they only paid the guys $100,000. So you're making $150,000, $150,000, $150,000 4 times. That means that you at least broke even. You might have made $50,000 off of that. Now imagine if it's not 3.5 was the budget for Terrence, but it's just $4 million, and they just and they say, oh, we just broke even on that. But they made money on everybody else, and they count and they what do you call it? They equally assign the cost of promotion, right? So in proportion. So they say, well, let's just count the promotional dollars that we spent, and we're going to allocate them to all of our fighters. Even though you never put any of the promotion behind Terrence Crawford, all of the promotion went to Vasily Lomachenko. But the way you keep your books says that you're charging Terrence Crawford for promotion that he didn't get. So that's why I'm saying, no, that shit all sounds like a fucking scam to me. You don't know how much money but you know how much value he has. You know how much value he has. He has $8 million worth of value on his contract because he has if it's 4 and 4, he has 1 year left, two fights a year. Dude, critical thinker, that's cap. You're dumb. Any motherfucker that responds to what I said with it's cap, you don't get to speak to me anymore. Because you're definitely a student. Shut up and listen for eternity. Critically listen. Critically listen in silence. I appreciate you challenging thoughts. Shh. Shut the fuck up and sit in the back of the class. We ain't talking to you no more. I've been on the wrong screen, dog. I wanted to be over here. My man, Sugar Fantastic says, smash that like button, family. Yes, sir. And my man, New Fat Boy Fitness said, excellent show this morning, fam. Hey, man, I'm glad you guys are liking it. We'll cook it up. And more people are starting to show. You suckers paying for this bullshitter? No, you are, bitch. You watch my videos. You know. You guys, let's hate him. We can't get anybody to hate. We can't get enough people to hate him. You know why? Because they hate you. And even though, and see, let me solve the mystery of this for you bums out there about why we can roast you. Drink more water. Let's run an experiment. Drink more water. Where you at, drink more water? I need drink more water, wool bag, or Damon Wester. Where's Damon Wester? Damn. Let me ask you a question. Do you think I'm full of shit with Terrence Crawford? Damon Wester, yes or no, am I full of shit with Terrence Crawford? And I'm going to explain to you guys why you can't touch us. And you damn sure can't touch me. Watch this. Somebody already knows where I'm going with this. But please, seriously, if you're a Terrence Crawford fan and you believe anybody that thinks I'm full of shit with Terrence Crawford, just tell me you think I'm full of shit. Somebody in there thinks I'm full of shit. Okay, I know it. But if you're Bud Crawford and you're here, just tell me I'm full of shit. Okay? Because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody to tell me that. Because I know you're here. And then I'm going to go on and tell you what that means. So, Philip said, no, you always fair. I know you guys. Somebody thinks, yeah, I know. Most of you guys don't. All right, let's put it this way. Because I can't get somebody to demonstrate it, but you know they're there. So, there you go. Millionaire Mill said, with his talent, sometimes. Fair enough. Now, let's just imagine that Millionaire Mill hates me on that topic. Millionaire Mill. Or if I ask somebody that same question and I say, do you think Tyson Fury cheated? They'll say, fuck yeah, he cheated. But I'll say, hold on. Do you think I'm full of shit with Terrence Crawford? They will say, yes, you're full of shit with Terrence Crawford. So we will agree with one thing and disagree with something else. But you know what then we'll move to next? We'll say, hey, do you think that Steve Kim is full of shit? And then they'll say, oh, yeah, for sure. He's full of shit. And then you'll move on to another subject. And you'll say, hey, do you think that Paulie Malignaggi is a racist? And then somebody will be like, yeah, I really think he is. And see, we'll agree on like 50 things and only disagree about two or three, which is why even though they may think I'm full of shit, they still come listen because we're going to agree on many more things than we're going to disagree about. And that's why you bots and fake ass people can't make nothing happen because you think that I only make videos about Tyson Fury. That's not true. Those are the only videos you watch. I make videos about all kind of fighters. just not UK fighters anymore, because you guys got on my fucking nerves with that shit. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do you the favor of talking about your fighters. And you guys like, they don't care about what you say. Yes, they fucking do care about what I say. Because if they don't care about what I say, they're out their fucking mind. You need to care about what I say, because, dog, ain't nobody better at making arguments than me. So even if I'm wrong, I'm still going to convince people, because you don't have a better argument, because your shit is based on bullshit. Your shit's based on bullshit. You don't know how to respond, Mauricio, because you're not as good as me, and your whole fucking team ain't as good as me. And that's just a fucking fact. You motherfuckers ain't going to get out of it. You're not good enough. You do not know how to tell them what you're going to tell them, then tell them what you told them. You don't know how to do it. You don't know how to make a persuasive argument. You do not know how to. You do not know how to not. You don't know how to refute false premises, because that's not what you do. You guys rob boxers. That's what you do. And what I do is I point out what you're doing very easily, because it's very transparent. The only thing people need to know is how to see it. And since people are trained on a daily basis on how to see it, you're going to be done. You think I'm mentioning Neely Fuller Jr. for no reason. Dog, that's the heat, Mauricio. You're never going to get out of that. That old man wrapped you up. He wrapped you up, and he ain't never even talked about boxing. He just called it entertainment. And he said counter racist code for thought, speech, and action. And entertainment is one of the areas of human activity. So how do you handle that? You handle it like you would in anything else. And that's what you're seeing. And that's why you guys are in such trouble. And that's why it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Because we define our own words. For example, champion does not mean anything to you, WBC. What it means to you is you mean supporter. You don't mean champion. He's the WBC supporter. He's the guy that pays our bills. He's a champion for our cause. He's not a champion in the ring. So you change the definition of a word on us. And now we have 1 million champions and no real champion. So what we say is no. We know what you're doing. Let me. Dog, look, man, you stream MTV, please don't do that. You'll get blocked. I'm going to warn you, dog. You're going to get blocked for that. All right? Do not fucking change subjects on me, man. All right? I'm telling you. I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. All right? Don't do it, because I think you guys try to get people off people's necks. All right? By changing subjects. But I'm not getting off that neck. And I mean this part of the neck. Like this one. Like when you put your finger in their neck. Like here. Dog, this little shot. Boop, right there. That's what this shit is. Because you're going to spit your fucking food out. Bop. Just bop on the throat. I'm not punching you in the head. I'm not doing all that. I hit your ass right here, and everything in your motherfucking throat is coming up. Bah. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen, dog. So, we have to define our own word for champion. And we have done that. Deontay Wilder, we know, and everybody in here knows, that Tyson Fury cheated in that fight. It's no doubt about it whatsoever. As a result, you know that there's a lineal championship. Tyson Fury cheated in a fight when he was trying to defend his lineal championship. And he cheated. And he got caught. So he gets disqualified by the people. By the people. Because the people are the ones that get to say who the champion is. A champion for the people. Right? And has people been acting like Deontay Wilder has been their champion? Yes. Because they have been out here telling you that dude cheated. That dude cheated. And you all know he cheated. So you can't hang no lineal champion. Because you know when you say the next time if he tries to drop this WBC belt, and that's why I'm telling you this. This is why I'm saying this. Because get ready for this coward and cheat to drop that WBC belt if they try to make him fight. And if he does, he bet not run around talking about he's the lineal champion. Because no, the people stripped you of that. because they know damn well you cheated and it's on tape and you should never be allowed to fight again. And if you did fight again, they still going to say you cheated because more than likely that human growth hormone, you on that shit more than likely because it's incredibly difficult to detect. And Vinny Pazienza said he's positive that you're on it. The people said that you're on it. The people said you cheated. Nah, dude, you're done. You're done in that regard. Unless you get in the ring with Deontay Wilder weighing about 255 pounds, and because that's how much you would weigh if you weren't on all that fucking juice. Your ass would be 6'9", 245 fucking 250, maybe 255 pounds if you weren't juicing like a fucking monster. Nah, the fuck out of here, dude. I watched that fight that he had when he fought, what's his name? One of them fights he cheated in. I think it was the McDermott fight that he cheated on. Oh no, it was the Cunningham fight he was cheating in. He was like, "Ooh, this is 255 pounds of man leaning on him." 255? What do you mean 255? I thought Tyson Fury was like 270. Why is he weighing 245 and 250? Oh, and he looked chubby weighing 245. That dude weighs that fucking much because of that shit he's on. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are just so fucking ridiculous. But we're the people. So we don't have to give a fuck about your belts. And nobody does anyway. All of your supporters are going to duck you in the next argument. See, that's why I'm saying you can't hang. You're just not going to be able to hang with it. Because the WBC, dude, see how I said people think I'm full of shit on something, but then they agree on a bunch of other shit? Dog, don't nobody agree with the WBC about nothing. They don't agree with them about that fucking franchise belt. They don't believe them about that fucking Bridger shit. They don't believe him about them fucking gloves. They don't believe him about Alejandro Jimenez. They don't believe them motherfuckers about they don't believe him about Marcus Maidana. They don't believe him about anything. Anything. Nothing. They believe the WBC about nothing. So how can the WBC have any legitimacy at all? They don't. Other than the networks. The only people that recognize the WBC that matter are the networks. Because the networks want to say, okay, we have a championship fight. Well, who says Fannon, you can learn a lot from an argument. A broken clock is right twice a day. Of course you can. But logic is always logic. You don't care about right and wrong. Let me not throw you out. But let me explain to you. Dog, you don't care about right and wrong about shit that you don't know. You care about you care about the logic that leads you to the most likely cause and the most likely outcome. And you realize that those things are just most likely, but they put you in the ballpark, and then you deal from there. This dude is long-winded. This dude is gone. See, let me tell you, Terminator B, why I threw you out. Because you said this dude is long-winded. You would be talking about yourself. Who the fuck is this dude? You should say he is long-winded so that people know who you're talking about. When you say this dude, you're referring to your fucking self, moron. Okay, so if you're gonna diss me and not your fucking self, okay? Prolific Legend said, I fucks with you, Fannon. Thank you very much, dog. I appreciate that very, very, very much. Terminator, you had to go, huh? Anybody else want to get yap? Oh, wow. George Green said, his demeanor in that fight is called roid rage, widely known in the boxing building profession. Dog, that dude is without a doubt. Yeah, logic rules everything. Cash rules everything around me. No, logic rules everything around me. Like, bro, it's got to make sense. It's got to make sense. It's got to make sense, and you should endeavor to make sense, but not make sense in some fucking way where you're just pulling shit out or whatever. But you look at people's interests. What is their interest? And you could be wrong sometimes, but dog, you at least look at them like this and consider it. Otherwise, you're walking around blind. Millionaire Mill said, this is my first live Fannon. You give it up. I'm here. Hey, man, thank you, man. And this is it every morning, dog. This is it. This is the time. And we got good numbers. People just don't seem to come to terms that Fury won. No. Wrong. Davey Tuetti. And I think, what are you like? What are you like, Somalian or not Somalian? Like Samoan or something? Anyway, let me tell you, Dave. People came to terms that Fury won the fight. Because if Tyson Fury hadn't won the fight, people wouldn't be pointing out that he's cheated. What you can't come to terms with is that the motherfucker cheated. Okay? Everybody knows Deontay Wilder won, that Tyson Fury won the fight, that his hand was held up, that the towel was thrown in. Everybody knows that. The problem is that he cheated. Okay? Just like nobody has a problem with the fact that somebody wins the game. The problem is how you won it. And that's why you change things back to a no contest. But they're not going to do it because there's too much money on it. But here's the thing. Explain the gloves. Oh, sure. Black Menace, no problem. Let me explain the gloves. Those are knuckles in his hands, and they shouldn't be there. There you go. You should not be able to see his hand in them gloves. Those gloves are skinned, which means somebody took padding. Somebody made sure there wasn't enough padding in there. And more than likely, they did it by ordering the gloves like that, just like O'Shaquie Foster caught Miguel Flores doing this shit to him. And then he wound up knocking his ass out in that fight because the guy all of a sudden couldn't land any significant blows. Now, if Tyson Fury comes into the ring with Deontay Wilder without this shit and funny-ass gloves, he may get knocked the fuck out. So there you go. That's the explanation. My motherfucking pleasure giving that to you. Glove on thin mode. Crazy. Like people say, that shit is isotoner. That's a fucking isotoner glove, man. From a 6-foot guy, from a 6'9", 275-pound man that looks completely muscled up underneath his fat. Now, ask a question. How do you lose in less than 2 years? How do you lose all that fucking weight and then build it back up in muscle? Vinny Pazienza says, oh, you do that with human growth hormone. That's what Vinny Pazienza thinks. And that's what pretty much everybody thinks. And it's pretty much what you think too. Let me get into mind reader mode. You think so too. But you're having a problem because everybody, you keep hearing people that you respect tell you it's bullshit. So you keep saying it's bullshit because you're used to being a parrot and just repeating what anybody tells you. So like these dumb Negroes, so these dumb Negro be saying that this man cheated, but you think they stupid and these people smart. So when you keep seeing the smart guys saying that that's bullshit, but then you keep looking at the picture, you keep saying, well, dumb guys sound right to me. And it seems like the smart guys are full of shit. But like I said, these guys are the smart guys and these are the dummies. So we'll just keep going with the smart guys because I like their smiles and their hair brushes to the side and they speak very clearly and they wear suits. And these guys over here say, that's a cheating motherfucker. Fuck that dude. I don't like all that aggression in their voice. They must be making it up. So you just look at a bunch of shit that ain't got nothing to do with this. And that's where you come into the problem. Because this is so obvious that none of that shit matters other than that. It's kind of like slavery, you know? Like, it's kind of like, you know what this is kind of like? Not completely like, but it's kind of like when black people tell you for a very long time that people have been cheating, like that all these guys that are getting put in jail for crack, that a lot of them really didn't have it on them, and that people were placing it on them, and that they were pretty much just driving up their crime numbers by spotlighting people that don't have the legal representation to do anything about it. But they can't do it across town to people that got lawyers and will tell you in court to fuck off. They'll be very nice to you while they're talking to you and you're doing what you do. And they say, thank you very much. And then they walk away nicely and everything's fine. But then the next morning, you get a call from your chief saying, like, God, dog, you know the motherfucker you pulled over is a state's attorney's sister? The fuck you doing? That type shit. You can't do that over there, but we can do it over here. And we were telling you that all the time. But then somebody named Mike Brown gets just disgustingly laid out in the middle of the street. And all of a sudden, everybody want to believe it. But you believe that they'll do you that? You motherfuckers believe that there's a policeman that will take his knee, look you dead in the face, stick that shit on somebody's throat, and make you watch him die. But you don't think somebody will walk into a fucking ring with a padded glove, with a thinly padded glove. People are too good to do that. Well, excuse me if I don't give a fuck, and I'm not waiting around for you motherfuckers to believe it. Because you do believe it, you're just not saying it. You know it, you just don't want to go against the code. So let us form our own code, which is this. We will define what we see and what we will call what we see like we see it. And fuck the media, fuck the WBC, and fuck everybody else, because all we got to do is get together on a regular basis and continue to talk to each other and continue to say and recognize in our own conversations what's going on. Because the fact of the matter is, we're more entertaining, we're more talented, we're more dedicated, and we're more honest than they are. And that will win over time. And that is the truth. And we're hungrier than you. You guys living like fat cats and getting sloppy as the shit. You're so sloppy. People, dog, look, for real. I do not have a problem with crooks. I'm telling you I do not. But sloppy crooks gotta go, because you're going to fuck it up for everybody else. And I mean that. I mean that. Like, I'm not in the boxing game like that. I am just on YouTube. I'm earning my money straight up, right? You guys super chat me. I say thank you. You watch my videos, AdSense come in. That's what it is. It's straight. I'm not in all of that stuff. However, for you guys that are really in that, will you please get rid of Tyson Fury and stop fucking it up? Seriously, you fucking up your own money by letting these incompetent, heavy-handed idiots keep getting caught by YouTube guys. Wouldn't you think that if you really had a lot of money riding, billions of dollars riding, hundreds of millions of dollars riding, and you have little soldiers and people around you help, that you wouldn't have idiots that keep getting busted and talking and doing all kind of stupid shit? Shut the fuck up. I'm saying, and act right. Stop making up all these fucking belts. Dude, if somebody does something, you're gonna have to feed somebody big, dog. You're gonna have to do it. You guys keep refusing to feed the public somebody big. You wanna, let me hit this guy. No, nobody's gonna believe you till you flip on Tyson Fury. If you don't flip on Tyson Fury, because everybody's looking at it, everybody knows it. You gotta flip on him. If you don't flip on him, everybody's just going to be like, that's what you want. They'll never believe anything that you say. They'll never believe. And that's why you got caught. You guys got caught trying to sneak that shit in on O'Shaq Foster. They're like, fuck that. We saw that. No gloves. Nope. Fuck out of here. How did these gloves just turn out like this when the pack? Oh, we don't know how it got manufactured. You don't know how it got manufactured like that? And then you got Sean Porter trying to hide it and act like it was the California State Athletic Commission that caught it, and not O'Shea Foster's team. Man, come on, dude. Stop. You guys got to throw this dude under the bus, man, to get your respect back, dog. You got to do something. In politics, they call it somebody got to go. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to get thrown under the bus, Holmes. Somebody. Who's taking it for the team? I say let Mauricio take it for the team. That's who I say, because he's the most low-hanging fruit. Like, go ahead and let Mauricio take this one, because we can't, because, dog, seriously? Y'all shit is hanging out there, because cats keep talking. Teddy Fresh in that building said, Reverend Fannon, speak it, brother. It's just what it is, man. You know how it go. You know how it be. All angles matter. Said, keep talking that talk, Fannon and Don. Salute to you. Yes, sir. Hey, seriously, that's the truth. That's the truth. RB 2016G said, when you look at the facts that Fury was caught by a ref in the previous fight cheating and all the footage of both fights, it's a no-brainer. It is. But yet they're trying to act like it's not, which is what is making them look so bad. One of y'all going to have to break rank, dog, and get this guy fried. It's just what it is. And then let everybody say how you've reformed boxing and how you fixed these problems, and then build into your reform new cheats that are less obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, you can't be, dude, motherfuckers can't be wobbling into the fucking ring doing this shit in back-to-back fights. Dog, they did it with Tyson Fury. Dude, Deontay Wilder walked out doing all this shit. Anthony Joshua in his fight doing all this type of shit. All kind of people like, man, what's wrong with this dude? That shit looks fixed. Dude, people said that about the AJ Ruiz fight. Dude, and this pattern is the same pattern of Tyson Fury's same shit. Dog, you just got to throw the dude under the bus, man. You got to find somebody to throw under the bus. We be crooks. Exactly. So Mauricio's been messing up everything for boxing. He's terrible, man. Bridgerweight? Like, seriously, dude. Don't you... why are you creating more fucking problems? Look, he was speaking over 100%. Fury declined water in the can. Look, man, Derek Chisora in the same breath. I'm not talking about Derek Chisora like on a video, but my man, shout out to you. You know who you are. Send me the heat, dog. My man be sending me the heat. Cat sent me the heat. And I was like, I don't want to talk about UK fighters, though, but I will talk about this in a live stream where Derek Chisora know that water is poison. Derek Chisora knows that water. Derek Chisora was like, that's why I always carry my own water bottles, because, hey, man, you never know. People are dirty. They'll do shit to your shit. I cover my own water bottles. That's what he said. Then he's like, well, and Deontay, but I don't believe Deontay Wilder. Man, motherfucker, you believe Deontay Wilder. Everybody believes Deontay Wilder. Fuck out of here. Why would Deontay Wilder be all wobbly and weak looking? Dog, he looked weak as shit. I was like, damn, Wilder looks really weak. Like, he looked weak, physically weak. Like, I can't say that I thought that he looked like he was poisoned or water, but I know he looked weak. But anyway, y'all do what y'all want to do, and we'll do what we want to do, and we will win. And you know it. So start give it up. Sam, and start working with people that got more sense. Because these dudes y'all fucking with, dog. Not very good, man. Not very good. Sam Ortiz, again in that super chat, said, or if I didn't get this twice, he said, the fuck should get what TF should get. Oh, Tyson Fury should get, the fuck. Dang, that's what I thought. That's a good nickname, the fuck. Tyson Fury, the fuck Fury should get the Panama Lewis punishment, lifetime ban, and the fact that you can count his fingers in his gloves says it all. Show that picture again. Oh, no problem. And you're right. You can count the man's fingers in the gloves. Absolutely, you can count his fingers in the gloves. Clearly. And I'll give a full screen for it. Look. There you go. That's his whole one. That's obvious because of the thumb. If that thumb is actually even in there. One. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy went home. This little piggy is a cheating fuck. And this little piggy poisoned Deontay Wilder's water. This right here, you can't see his pinky here because of the fold. But his pinky is up in here, right? But look, this is what they tried. I don't know. Can I do this or do I have the right one? Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. And y'all don't think he cheated? Get the fuck out of here, man. All of y'all get the fuck out of here. Everybody, all the back office calls, man, I can't cover it. I can't cover it. Because everybody knows. And we got to stay face. Come on. It's more important. It's more important. Boxing is more important. It's more important that we save ourselves than we save the sport of boxing. Dog, you guys are trying to murder boxing. Dog, boxing should be one of the greatest, should be the #1 sport in the world if it wasn't for you guys. All you got to do is have real fighters, people actually fight each other, so we know who the champion is. There's no way that boxing should not be the best sport. When you have one champion in 8, when you only have one champion per weight division, dude, boxing would be the #1 sport, man. Because still nobody can put on a bigger event than boxing. Right? How many events in sports are bigger than Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao every year? I will tell you the events that are bigger. The Super Bowl, the World Series, NBA Finals. That's it. And that's it. RBC, the WBC been corrupt, just like when they created the BS Diamond Belt at 154 pounds for Pacquiao when he fought Margarito. Only 8 division champ. Hey, dude, look. And it's 6 divisions because he also didn't win one at 140. The Ricky Hatton thing was for the IBO or something like that. That's not one. So 154, and it was in 152 catch weight. So you can take 2. You can take 2 away from that. You said the NBA really gets lower ratings. They would. If you put, oh, come on, man. If you had real boxers, like the best fighters in the world for real fighting, dog, these would be big. Man, that shit would be huge. But they don't want it to be huge. They want it to be cut into a million different pieces so that there can be a million different little scams. Like, so there's a Japanese scam, and there's a Mexican scam, and there's a US scam, and there's, it's just a bunch of scam. And the reason I call it a scam is because you're saying a guy's a champion, and you know he's not the best. So you're just saying, oh, look at all these world champions he beat. But you know they weren't world champions because they didn't fight everybody in the world. And there's no real system in place for them to do so. FIFA World Cup is every 4 years, ain't it? World Cup is every 4 years. So no, that's bigger than everything. The World Cup is bigger than everything. Like, it's bigger than everything. Except for like an Ali Frazier. And even that, you'd have to wonder, like, if they really made boxing like what it is. Brian P. Boxing a worldwide pyramid scam. No, you stupid motherfucker. No, you stupid motherfucker. Please, Lord have mercy. Stupid motherfuckers don't talk to me. A pyramid scheme would mean that there would be something on top and everything flowed down. That's a pyramid scheme, dummy. What I described was separate and distinct boxing ecosystems in different countries, which is true. You have the UK Commonwealth belts. You have an entire UK boxing environment, you dumbass. And what I'm saying is they have their own schemes going on. And they do. That's why they have the British Boxing Board of Control, and you have to be licensed in the UK, you fucking moron. That is not a pyramid scheme. And it's not even a pyramid scam, dummy. It's a pyramid scheme. And what they mean by scheme is they mean the way it's set up. You stupid. Dog, please leave your moronic shit alone. It's not pyramid scam, it's pyramid scheme. And the reason it's a scheme or schema is because it's set up like a pyramid where everything flows up to the top. But you're building the pyramid from the top down. Everybody helps and the money flows up. You join something else and the money flows up. No, not. This is not a pyramid scheme because it's not built like a schema. It's not a scheme. What I said is a bunch of scams. Stupid. And you just out. Of course I did. Of course I did. Every once in a while, I got to prove to y'all, remind y'all so y'all don't try to walk up on me. Every once in a while, I just got to slap some of the shit out of people. Bah, bah, bah. So you don't think that you can just walk up on me. Dog, don't just, intellectually, you can't just walk up on me. Okay? I'm just here. You can't just walk up on me. Number one, I'm very, very trigger happy. And number two, I'm way fucking better than you at it. Way better. Everything you try to do to me, I'm way better at doing than you are. You're scheming, you're bullshitting, all of that, dog, I'm better at it than you. Because I'm a worse person than you. At heart, I'm completely amoral. So I am just trying to live by code so I don't just run off and be a completely amoral person. All right. However, when it comes to y'all, dog, I don't mind at all. I mind at all. Embarrassing the shit out you. Indigenous mindset. I don't think he really knew what he meant. No. What they wanted to do. A bit harsh, don't you think? No. Not harsh enough. Not nearly harsh enough. Okay? No. Not harsh at all. You start shit comes back. That's what it is. Now, is the world a pyramid scheme? Of course. Of course it is. That's why they got a pyramid on the dollar bill. Telling you right there what it is. It's on the dollar bill. Why would the American dollar bill have a pyramid? Think these people don't know what this is? What about the white bag? I don't care about no white man. What are you trying to say? The JD's poison them? What are you trying to do that is going to lead the conversation somewhere else other than Tyson Fury's ass cheated? Okay? What distraction are you going to bring up? How are you going to try to move the conversation away from Tyson Fury cheating? Oh, do you see the white bag he dropped? I didn't. I don't know what that is. I also know I saw somebody say that they put something white in Marcos Maidana's mouth, right in between rounds. Oh, but people are like, it's a sodium pill. I don't care, dog. I see gloves. I see knuckles. In fight number one, I literally saw his knuckles. In fight number one, literally saw that man's knuckles coming out of a glove, the palm of the glove. And you guys are trying to act like you didn't see it. Okay? No, dude, we saw that. That's a knuckle. We don't get the fuck out of here. There ain't no, where is it? No vertical lines in my palm, homie. It's just right here. These are the only ones. And I saw vertical lines. That's when I was done. And I didn't need anything else. Everything else was just add-on. And even then, you dummies that keep saying this one. Let me end on this one. So you know how to respond. African sci-fi scholar said, pumps jump up to get beat down. Yeah, they do. Dog. I'm not sure. You're probably fucking sure. No, you're not. You're sure. You're sure, Fabio. You know what you're not sure? Like, kind of like if, you think you walked into your house and you go, not you. I shouldn't say this to you because I don't mean this to you, okay? But it sounds like people that wonder whether or not this dude cheated is really like somebody that comes home and sees a man in his living room, who seems like he's got his shirt tucked out and for some reason he's got lipstick, like all over the zipper area of his pants. And he's like, hey man, I fixed your clock. And he'd be like, really, babe, did he? Oh yeah, he did. I don't know. It looked like maybe he was with I don't know why he's like that. Your neighbor be like, dog, come on, man. He's been fixing that same fucking refrigerator every day this week. And you be like, well, I don't know, because you don't want to deal with the pain, man, of knowing that something that you thought was true is no longer true. It's far easier to fool somebody than it is to convince them that they have been fooled. And that's just the truth, because nobody likes to feel like they've been fooled, right? Because it's an intellectual arrogance and insecurity that we have, where people don't want to say that they're wrong. But I got to get out of here. We can get back on that tomorrow. Make sure you go over to my man 78 Sports TV, who's coming on now. And with that, I'm out. Peace.